of our most important citizens here in terms of preservation. Let me know, our Board of Selectmen also would like to honor Kathy and Kroll, and unfortunately a crisis occurred today on their way here, and so they weren't able to come. But let me just read the citation that they provided, a very elegant citation, to both of you from the town of North Andover. Presented to Kathy Stevens and Kroll Freeman, in recognition of your many years of volunteer work with the North Andover Historical Society and demonstrating extraordinary contributions to the town and the preservation of the old center. Serving as president of the society for years and treasurer, you were instrumental in organizing the Parson Barnard House 300th anniversary party, and the key factor in our 17th century Saturdays. You've also been played an important role in a lot of the preservation that's gone on in our town. On behalf of the town of North Andover, thank you for your hard work and dedication, presented by the North Andover Board of Selectmen to both of you. Signed, Regina Keene, Chair. Several other individuals would like to make some remarks about the two of you. Reverend Blumel from North Parish would like to say a few words.
So this is different because Kathy has her back turned to me, and usually, oh, there. Now this feels normal, right? I'm so honored to be here, and just to say a few words. Kathy has been a North Parish member for the past 38 years, since 1981, and during that time she's served our congregation a lot on the Board of Trustees, on many committees. She's helped to generate and build a lot of community spirit, especially through our Red Bow Fair. And you don't have to turn around and sit comfortably. And she's funny too. She served on the cemetery committee and has worked for years both with the church and the Historical Society on the preservation of the burial ground that's owned by the congregation. She is one of 3 co-founders of a brand new nonprofit, 501c3, called Friends of the Meeting House. I'm sure she'd be happy to talk to any of you about it. The purpose is to help preserve our 1836 meeting house into the foreseeable future and to welcome and educate and include members of the wider community. Meanwhile, Kroll is the most supportive non-member spouse. He's in contention with Dick Slade over there, spouse of last year's historical awardee for most supportive non-member spouse. He's well known for his portrayal of former North Parish minister, the Parson Barnard, and for his ability to sell Christmas trees. Today, I'd like to especially thank Kathy and Kroll for their leadership and support of the preservation of our meeting house. It is a beautiful building, what I brazenly consider the crown jewel of historic buildings in the old center. 183 years old, it requires a lot of loving care. And having been a member for so long, if you're a member of a congregation for that long, you end up being involved in a lot of capital campaigns. They have helped to lead and support a whole series of capital projects to preserve the meeting house, including a 350th restoration project in 1995, a preservation project in 2004, our Together Under One Roof project in 2014, as well as many smaller projects such as repairing the organ, or repairing the North Sanctuary wall by adding a custom-made metal beam when it was looking like it was starting to bend over toward the Wakemans a little bit too much. Improving our carbon footprint by updating the heating system, restoring all of our sanctuary windows which were falling into disrepair, a project that will be completed this summer. Among other things, these projects have, in the past 2 decades, restored the steeple and the outside envelope of the building, restored the weather vane, our clock, our Paul Revere bell so it could actually swing freely, made the entire physical plan accessible as required by law, added an elevator and a new wing, necessary drainage, fire suppression, since fire is the #1 a cause of destruction of historic churches. And it is a beautiful, beautiful building, and we are fortunate to be stewards of it. But it is old, and it takes a lot of care. So we thank Kathy and Kroll for their stewardship of our meeting house. They are treasured at North Parish for their humor and their wise and thoughtful counsel, their friendliness, their involvement, their interest, curiosity, and commitment. They really are beloved community members and role models. And our Board of Trustees and the congregation and I all congratulate them and thank them for their sharing their commitment to historic preservation with the North Parish, as well as with the town. Thank you so much. And congratulations.